According to Jordan Renan, the New York Giants are not done yet. They are still looking and adding on the defensive line and the offensive line, which is very, very important. They have to. Their run defense has not improved. Right, we got Tremaine Edmunds. I think he's an upgrade over Okereke, but they need to improve defensive tackle, the interior defensive line. They need to be able to stop the run game because they're one of the worst teams in the NFL at doing just that. You guys let me know what you think about everything down in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. But we have to talk about how the Giants are making these incredible, cost-effective, high-ceiling moves. They lost Wan'Dale Robinson, right? He had back-to-back seasons where he caught over 90 receptions, right? 2024, 93 receptions. 2025, 92 receptions. You have to replace that. And obviously not having Malik Nabers, he also got a lot more attention last year. But really, he got the same amount of attention as he did with Nabers on the field in 2024. So listen, the Giants signing Darnell Mooney, I believe just over $10 million, signing Calvin Austin, $4 to $4.5 million, both on 1-year deals. Wan'Dale, his AAV is $17.5 million. Between the two guys, Calvin Austin and Darnell Mooney, which I think Mooney, incredibly high ceiling contract. That's a high ceiling deal. He was hurt a little bit last year, but when he plays, he's really, really good. Same with Isaiah Likely. When he plays, he's really, 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 really good. The Giants are getting low risk, in my opinion, in Mooney and Austin. Low risk, high ceiling guys. Likely, you're spending some money on him, but I still don't think that it's much of a risk. It's not like they signed him to like a 5-year deal. It's a 3-year deal for Isaiah Likely. And him working out of the slot, I think he'll have a tremendous season. Now, Mooney in 2024, this is why I like Mooney so much. In 2024, he had Kirk Cousins throwing to him, right? So in 2024, he had 64 grabs, 992 receiving yards, 5 touchdowns. He had more receiving yards in 2024, Darnell Mooney, in 2024, than Wan'Dale Robinson did. And Mooney had Kirk Cousins throwing to him. So now you have Jackson Dart. You have a competent coaching staff. Finally, first time in years the New York Giants have a competent coaching staff. I mean, they haven't even played a game yet. Harbaugh's only been the coach for a couple of months now. And this is the most competent coaching staff, in my opinion, since the Tom Coughlin era. And it's not even close. So you're bringing in a guy like Mooney who's had success over the course of his career. He's just dealt with injuries. But 2024, Kirk Cousins as his quarterback had a really good season, almost 1,000 receiving yards. Now you put that on the New York Giants with Jackson Dart, right? With an improved offensive line. You have Andrew Thomas on that line. Jermaine and Luminor coming back. They still need interior linemen, of course, a right guard specifically. They just met with offensive lineman Ryan Bates. He could play center. He can play guard. He's versatile. But the Giants still need to add on their line, both lines. But this Giants offense, Harbaugh's truly crafting it in his image, right? And I think them signing Calvin Austin, we should go over Calvin Austin too. Calvin Austin, $4.5 million for 1 year. Darnell Mooney, incredibly high ceiling. I think he could have a monster year this season. Calvin Austin last year, 31 grabs, 372 yards, 3 touchdowns. You replaced Wan'Dale Robinson with these two guys, and Wan'Dale's average AAV it's still more than those two combined. And that's only one-year deal for both players. I'm curious what this could mean for Darius Slayton. It's almost like they're phasing him out a little bit. You can't cut him. It would just cost you too much. You can't cut him. But I don't even think he's the number 3 receiver in that room. When you have Neighbors, now Mooney, even Austin. And I think Austin's a better option than Darius Slayton. I do. So Slayton was incredibly tough to watch last year. And who knows what the Giants, who knows who they're going to go with the 5th pick in the draft. They could shock us and go receiver. I'm just not sure they go receiver anymore and drafting Carnell Tate. I'm not sure if they're going to do that. I wouldn't be upset if they did it. A lot of people are feeling Jeremiah Love. I think that could 1,000% happen. And the reason why I think Jeremiah Love is much more of an option than you might think, and I'm not saying I agree with it, especially if you have Caleb Downs on the board, Sonny Styles on the board. If I were to guess, the Giants are going to either get Jeremiah Love or Caleb Downs with that 5th pick. They could still get Styles for sure, but I'm leaning towards Love or Caleb Downs with that 5th pick. They offered Kenneth Walker a deal. Now, what if he took that deal? Right? It goes to it's telling me that the Giants are more than open in attempting to add a top-tier running back. And Jeremiah Love would be that top-tier back at pick number 5. I'm not saying that would be the best pick for the Giants, but listen, he's one of the best players in the draft. An incredible years for the Fighting Irish. Incredible seasons. He finished. Where did he finish in the Heisman Award? He was up there. Jeremiah was definitely up there. He had a tremendous year. I feel like he finished 3rd in the Heisman. Yeah, 3rd in the Heisman. Right, last year, Jeremiah Love, over almost 1,400 rushing yards on 199 carries. He averaged almost 7 yards per carry. He did the same exact thing in 2024. Averaged almost 7 yards per carry, 6.9 to be exact. 6.9 in 2024 with 19 total touchdowns. And then in 2025, 21 total touchdowns. 3 receiving, 18 rushing in 2025. Awesome player. You could get a running back later. We proved that last year with drafting Cam Scatteraboo in the 4th round. So you don't have to go running back with the 5th pick. But I wouldn't be shocked if the Giants go that way because they really did want to add a top-tier running back in Kenneth Walker before he signed with the Chiefs. We know they were in on him. Maybe they didn't offer what he wanted, but we know they were in on him. We'll see what the Giants do in the draft, but so far, so good. This free agency, we just need to add a run stopper or 2. Maybe they do that in the draft, but you have to develop a player, and I would rather go get a guy who's a good run stopper. They need to. They have to add that. They have to. We'll see what they do. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is Joe, and until next time, signing out.